Peace, family, peace. Welcome to Trust the Process. I'm going to give you guys a quick donation uh, from the heart. And today I'm going to be talking about the name correction and why the name correction is important. I'm very short. As you can see, I got some pretty slides. Not too pretty, but let's get to it. But before I get to it, definitely, this is educational purposes only, of course. I'm not giving any type of legal advice. If you need legal advice, I advise you to seek yourself a competent attorney or competent counsel. Um, and let's get straight to it, y'all. Let's get straight to it. So, name correction and how it relates to the all caps name. Why is the name correction important? What are some supporting sources? Difference between the change and correction. You do not want to do a court order appellation name correction or change. How does scripture relate to this correction? Now, I know you guys gonna be like, I ain't with the scripture, I ain't all this stuff like that, but it's chess, not checkers. You will understand why the scripture is very important tool that you can use, though you may not believe in it wholeheartedly. It's a good tool. We're gonna keep it right there for now. What is a guardian and ward? What is the name? What is the all caps? What is a vessel? Name correction and its relation with status. The doctrine of the synonyms. How suretyship relates to this procedure. Who to notify once complete and why. What is a memorial of title? All right, these are some things that you want to ask yourself when you talking about a name correction or name change. Okay. All right. Now that's important because we all know the name is in all caps. The name is an all capital fictitious entity. And it goes by the CAPITIS DIMINUTIO maxima. And you have the CAPITIS DIMINUTIO minima. All right? Minima is basically the proper standing of your name. Maxima is the all caps. It's maxed out to the fullest. All right? And when you're at this status of loss of status of a man, right? Is what it's relating to when you're talking about these Latin terms. Your civil condition changes, right? So if you're in all caps, it sweeps away all rights of citizenships and family rights, which is the all caps name. If in your proper name, right, it leaves behind your rights and liberties and citizenship unaltered. So we want to get here. This is where we want to get. We want to get to right here. We want to get down here. And that's where we want to get to. Now, we know these definitions. We know what they mean. We're just trying to get to it, right? I want to give you more clarity why it's important, though, because some people feel like it's not important. Now, there's many ways to skin this cat. This is just one way out of many others. I like this way, me personally, because you can't call me insane if I do it this way. You can't say I'm crazy. All right? Because I have a judge order agreeing that I ain't crazy. Let's continue. Proper name holds absolute rights. Well, what type of rights do the proper name hold? What are absolute rights? Well, let's divide these three principal points. So we're talking about personal security, your personal liberty, and your personal right to enjoy the property in your possession. If it's not in your possession, still enjoy and have rights to it, which is called an interest. For example, a fund somewhere, such as a stock or a bond, you might be a beneficiary to. It may not be in your possession, but you reap the benefits, right? We agree on that. Okay, let's keep going. So, we know these things about personal security and liberty and stuff like that. Let's go to the next. So it holds these rights when you are in your proper form. Now it says, come on down to who has the highest right. Well, this is important. This is very, 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 very important. Because the prime object of all litigation is to establish a right asserted by the plaintiff. The action should be brought in the name of the party whose legal right has been affected against the party who committed or caused the injury. The duty of this court, as of every tribunal, right, is limited to determining rights of persons or property which are actually controverted into this particular case or the particular case. It says personal property, so you determine the rights of a personal property. It didn't say man. You realize that, right? We're not determining the rights of the man. Now, person can be interchanged at times with meaning man and woman. It says persons are divided into two, natural and artificial. Men and women and children are called persons. But in another sense, by person is meant the part, which is your role, which a man, you, or woman, plays, which you're acting in society, which is the public. The law, man and person, are not exactly synonymous terms. Any human being is a man. A person is a man considered according to the rank he holds in society, all rights and duties which it imposes. Now, if you were to ask me to interpret John Bouvier's Institute of American Law in 1851, I believe that term rank that I have marked in red, I believe he's speaking of your status, such as, are you a citizen of the United States? Are you a United States citizen? Are you a national? Are you an alien? Non-resident alien? These type of ranks, I would call those things ranks in their terms. If we're talking their terms. That is my interpretation, because that status holds a right and duties. It imposes rights and duties upon that person. Now, your person is the mask you're playing in society, which is the public, which is commerce. Man is the one who's putting the mask on so he can act out that role and transact with other persons. Because man himself cannot participate in commerce because he's not a fiction. Only things or corporate things are fictions. Okay? So he has to get a person, which is his vessel, right? So he can go on the seas in commerce to do business. All right? That's important because a man's name is his own property. So a name is property, meaning a name is also a thing. It may be a abstract, right? It may be even a chattel, because you put the name on a piece of paper and bonded it, it's now chattel property. Now it's corporal. Now it can be touched, right? The interest can be seen in it. But and originally the name itself is corporal property, which you have rights and interest to. So if a man's name is his property and he has the right to use and enjoy it in any way he chooses, right? Supreme Court case law. So your name is a right. And from what I've just read to you in that case law, tribunals determine who has the highest right. Well, if my name is property and my name is a right, and you try to drag me in a tribunal with a name that's not my name, that I own, and I answer for the other name which I don't own, pay a fee for the usage of that name, for the lease of the name, because I'm using it to sue or be sued in. So there's a tax or a lease to you as a trustee to use that name. For one, you didn't create it. They created that name. It's a reflection of your substance, but you didn't create it. They've expressed it upon your forthcoming out your mother's womb. Your proper name is a title passed down to you or given to you by your mother and your father. Your mother and your father received you as a gift, which is also trust terms from the Most High. And they gave you a title. It's like when you find a dog, you can rename the damn dog from Smokey to Spot. So what they did to you, they renamed you. They retitled you. Because your mother and your father did not give an express title. Or did not express the contract that was taking place at that maternity ward. In the hospital. So they expressed the contract. And they titled you because you didn't or your parents didn't. That's why you got baby boy Thompson, baby girl Thompson. They never put the first name. Well, the two first names, because middle names are not recognized in law. All right? But if I got a court order correction with my proper name as my title, and you try to bring me in a tribunal with a name that's not my title, I have automatic defense. Not only that, I have proof that I'm not crazy. I have proof the name that you're trying to charge me under is not me. Well, we're going to change it to your proper title. Fine, please do so. Remember, you do that, now it's balls in my court. Because you use that name, and that's my name given to me, granted to me under order. I can charge you future interest for the rents and profits that are made using my name. We'll make it think about it for a second. Oh shit, should we use his name now? Right? That's how they're looking at it. It's called the name game. This is how they're playing it. Because under that name, which is the CAPITIS DIMINUTIO maxima, under that name, as a maxima, it's a civilly dead entity. It's dead in the view of the law. You lose your political and civil rights. You cannot contract or marry. Well, I got a marriage certificate, and I enter the contracts every day under the state's permission. Because everything you do, you have to have a license to do it. That's getting permission, so you can't contract without the state. Because you don't have an adult name, or you don't have anything showing that you're an adult. Just act on your own. And because you're civilly dead in the eyes of law, let's see what it says about that, right? On John Bouvier chapter 2, section 22. Civil death is the state of a person who, though possessing natural life, has lost all his civil rights by judicial condemnation, and is, as to them, considered dead. So it's telling you here that you can be dead and not know you're dead in the eyes of the law. You can be possessing natural freaking life and be presumed to be dead. Look, a person's civil death, the change of the state of a person is declared civilly dead by judgment or competent tribunal. Well, if you want to ask me, isn't that birth certificate showing a competent tribunal, probate, that you're dead? But I don't have a death certificate. Well, they're prohibited to issue death certificates at your time of birth, even if you were born or stillborn. They have to still issue a birth certificate, even if you're born or stillborn. So doesn't that say there's a death certificate or a birth certificate could be a substitute for a death certificate, right? But I'm not going to go that far down that road right now. I just want to show you the importance of that name. And this is only a little bit. But let's keep going. Let's see if I can find some more information on that. because it has to be shown. Right? Let's see. GPO. Here we go. Style Manual. United States Government Printing Office. Style Manual 2000. Alright? Capitalization rules. Proper names. Proper names are capitalized. And it gives you the example of what a proper name looks like. Gives you an example of what derivatives of proper names looks like. So from Roman, you got Rome. Italian, you got Italy. So on and so forth, right? Then it goes down to vessels. You know, a vessel is a ship. That does import, export, this is the trade and commerce. It's on the seas. Names of vessels are quoted in matter printed in other than lowercase Roman. It's in all caps right here. Sinking of the Lusitania. So it's showing you what a vessel is according to them. Name of vessels. Oh, they're just giving you a name with the Lusitania. If they were giving you names of vessels, they would have more than just one damn vessel on here. They're telling you what a name and vessel looks like, because are quoted in matter printed in other than lowercase. Take your debit cards out. Take your IDs out. Isn't that all caps? Isn't that a vessel? Right? So they're telling you here, even in their own stuff, that in all caps name is a vessel. Anything's all caps, that's a vessel, it's a fiction, so it's civilly dead in law. That's how we go here. Right? I'm gonna digress. I just want to give you guys a little understanding of why I didn't go into the guardian and ward relationship. I didn't go into surety shit like I wanted to. But you know what? While I'm on here, let me go ahead and do that. Here we go. Guardian and ward. I can't. See, look, they didn't want you guys to see it because they even took the pictures off. I had to go in there and look at it. Let's see here. Downloads. Right, you can go through all that. Ooh, yeah. Okay, guardian and ward relationship. It says in Corpus Juris, page 1068. Citizenship or nationality as affecting jurisdiction. Power and jurisdiction to appoint guardian do not depend at all upon the citizenship or nationality of the wards. Courts of one country may appoint guardians for persons resident therein who are citizens of another country, or who have a different nationality. So your nationality doesn't matter. But the key word is what? Residence. You don't want to be a resident, because if you're a resident, you are in their jurisdiction to become a ward. Let's continue. Proof that the infant has property. So it says, well, I don't need to read that part, but underneath it, non-resident minor. So, we're not residents. I'm a non-resident. Okay, well, it applies to you too. If you don't correct the record, I would say. The courts may appoint a guardian for the estate of a non-resident minor. And if the appointment be over both person and estate, it will be as good as to the estate within the jurisdiction where it was made. Well, damn, Gucci. They're telling you. And they're also telling you that they can have one person manage your property and the other person manage you physically. But we'll go into another topic on that, which is the custody and control of a person of ward. Just kind of give you the definition of what a guardian is, you know, and their powers. All right. And in probate of general guardians, it says here the term probate or general guardians used in the United States signifies one appointed by a court of probate or a court of possessing probate jurisdiction. Such a guardian is not a public officer, but he is a creature of the law and an officer of the court appointing him, and he has it has been said no inherent powers, but only such are prescribed by statute. Ooh, I like that. You know why? I can get tricky with you. Let me get real tricky with you. If the guardian is not a public officer, but a creature of the law, who is this person they talking about? Who can we apply this to? We may be able to apply this to the all caps. Because isn't the caps a creature of the law who has no inherent powers, and his powers only come from statute, which is codes. Because he's a taxpayer. He's subject to the policies and enforcement laws of the city and municipal corporations. Because they gave you this name to sue or to be sued in. And this name is watching over you. But in all actuality, the name is the principal and you're the surety. You're the presumed surety. But again, that's another topic. That's another topic. We can get into that another time, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to share you some of this good old information. Because it has to be known. It has to be known. All right? And if I don't tell you, who will, right? Somebody will. Somebody definitely will. But this is only for educational purposes only. And I'm going to end this here. I hope you guys enjoy it. Contact me if you need or have any questions at T as in Tom, A as in Apple, L as in Libra, I as Xigna. I like that word, right? X as in X-ray, I again as in, let's see, let me use another word, include or inclusion. A as in Alpha, M as in Mary, A as in Alpha, R as in Roger, U as in umbrella, at gmail.com. So it's TALIXIAMARU at gmail.com. And got your questions, forward your questions there. Of course, I do not give legal advice. This is only for educational purposes only. If you like to donate, you can send something to the Cash App too at $she, XiAmaruAli, AMARUAli. And that's the Cash App tag. If you're also interested in maybe taking some courses and learning more information on this information regarding the name correction, equity, estates, you know, things like that. For my like minds out there, feel free to give me a contact on my email. Peace, love, and prosperity to you.